Hi everybody, Kaiwaza with you, and welcome back to my channel and our continuing journey through my Hawaiian record collection. We are on the letter N, and we're going to resume where we left off in the last video. First up today is Mr. George Naope. The album is called Golden Treasure. Now, George Naope passed away several years ago and really was known more as a hula person and a cultural person and a character, more so than just a singer. So there are not a lot of recordings of him because he didn't really, sing all the time. But this is recordings, MDL Producers Records. This is from 1985, and it's taken from a show that he had at the Kona Lagoon Hotel on the Big Island of Hawaii. This album is a compilation of much earlier material. These albums, the music on this album would have all been 78 RPM shellacs, singles, whatever. So put together on this vinyl record, long pipe vinyl record. This is a King Bennie Nawahi hot Hawaiian guitar from the years 1928 to 1949. So this album itself is on Yazoo Records. Kind of a pretty cover there. And he's an early steel guitar performer who played a lot, was originally from Hawaii, but eventually traveled the country in various vaudeville shows and on his own, entertaining and doing radio broadcasts and whatnot.
Singing in the bathtub, happy once again, watching all my troubles go swing down the drain, singing through the soap suds.
There they are getting down there. King Bennie Nawahi. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear it, but sorry, there's like some child singing somewhere in the parking lot or whatever out there. I don't know. I hope it's a child. I hope it's not an adult inflicting that voice on everyone. Bob Nelson and Friends is the next album. It's from Island Music Productions Incorporated. Now, Bob Nelson is a composer, composed several Hawaiian songs, most notably Hanalei Moon. I think he's very well known for that song. And this album is just all his compositions. One side is more Hawaiian songs, and the other side are somewhat more contemporary songs, and they all feature, he is singing on only I think one or two of them, and the rest of them are all different guest artists performing these songs, and you can see all the artists here. On the side of our own ecstasy.
I reach the sky whenever I feel high. I'm feeling very high. Whatever comes to my eye will never get me down.
My favorite on here would be the sort of disco-y Southern Seas song. But I love Hawaiian disco, right? Here's Lundy Nelson. This is, I guess I want to say it's a Tune Records, maybe somewhat of a private pressing, I don't know. Called Lundy Records His Hawaiian Favorites.
Going, and I'm going back to stay.
Now, Lundy Nelson is part Hawaiian performer, but actually originally from Utah, and performed for many years in the Midwest, and also for many years in Florida. There were quite a number of Hawaiian tiki bar establishments in Florida, and he performed in many of them. And according to the record here, for the past 6 years, presently, when this was recorded, he was a part of the Islanders group at the Mai Kai restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, and currently it's musical director.
Night and you in blue Hawaii, the night is heavenly, and you are heaven to me.
This is a fairly kind of jazzy, funky record. He also was a member for many years before this as a member of the group called the Tahitianaires, which recorded an album on Decca Records. Yeah. Now, speaking of Florida, here's another performer who was known for performing in the Florida tiki restaurant establishments. This is Rose Netane and the Royal Tongans, and the Tonga Islanders. Rose Netane and the Tonga Islanders. Welcome to My World, recorded live at Frank Canova's Hawaiian Inn on the beach in St. Pete, Florida.
Flowers left in my name since you caressed me, my darling, and sailed away. Crushed orchids and gingers I'll hold to my heart.
And this is pretty much your standard, Hawaiian supper club entertainment show at such a place. I'm sure they also had, fire knife dancing and all of that. Now we have 3 instrumental albums by the same group. This is from MCA Records. Originally, I believe, would have been on Decca. This is like a somewhat later reissue. Hawaii's Greatest Hits. The New Hawaiian Band. Right here. Some very well-known artists here. If you're familiar, you can see Ota-san, Pua Almeida, Sonny Kamahele, Barney Isaacs, Benny Sachs, James Kaupuiki, all noted instrumentalists here in Hawaii, and worked with Hawaii Calls Orchestra and on their own, and with many, many other professional groups here in the islands. The standard, Hawaiian tunes in very tasteful, nice arrangements. They also did another album, follow-up, Hawaii's Greatest Hits Volume 2. MCA also originally would have been Decca. Or is it Cap? I can't even remember now who MCA took over from. Anyway, same deal. Beautiful Hawaiian songs and very tasteful and nice arrangements. Now, also from the New Hawaiian Band was an album that the same group of musicians just recorded locally and released here in Hawaii. The New Hawaiian Band. It's the same people, the New Hawaiians, Hawaii's greatest instrumentalists. And they did record, I will say, some of the same songs, different ones too, but some of the same songs that were on those other previous 2 albums, but they are different arrangements of those songs. So it's not the same thing. Big difference here, though, I will say, is that on the steel guitar is Jerry Bird, is one of the steel guitarists. So he was not on the previous ones, but was involved with this recording. And this is arranged and produced by Bud Dant. Trim Records. And again, this is a local recording, not released nationally. Couple of dance albums now from Dancin' Records. These are from London, both by the same artist, the New Hawaiians, but not the same as those people. This is Bryan Smith, orchestra leader Bryan Smith and the New Hawaiians, Hawaiian in Sequence. These are dance songs, like ballroom dancing. Several of the songs here are Hawaiian and some of them are not, but they're all given sort of Hawaiian-like dance arrangements. And this one, let's see, where's the label? Date on this? I'm not seeing. Oh, 1978, and then this was the next one, Hawaiian Paradise with the New Hawaiians, directed by Bryan Smith. This one, 1979. I don't know very much about these recordings. I mean, if you delve into easy listening very much, which I am always looking at easy listening records when I go to record stores and thrift shops and stuff, I'm very interested in it. You see a lot of these British dance records that are made for dancing, because they all will say like, oh, Foxtrot Waltz. They show you what the songs are. Apparently, I don't really know. Like, if you guys know more, I would love. Comment down below and tell me more. I mean, apparently ballroom dancing is was at least in the 60s and 70s, whatever, like a big thing in the UK, and people apparently I don't know, danced at home, or they had clubs where they would go and have social dances, and then they danced on television. Like we have Dancing with the Stars now in the States, but before that nobody really, I think, knew much about ballroom dancing or paid attention to it. I think in England it was kind of, in the UK it was kind of a bigger thing than it has been in the United States, and but I don't know much about them, but I just come across these records, these dance records, quite a bit. You're German also, I think English, but really English, really UK, a lot. I don't know much about them. Okay, so I'm going to stop there today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. There'll be another one coming up very shortly. What are we on, 195 or 6 or something like that? I don't know. But anyway, we're going forward, and we will see you next time.